Your male cat has been staring at that female cat next door for 3 weeks straight, and you probably thought he was just being nosy. He isn't. What you're watching right now is one of the most ancient and misunderstood courtship rituals in the animal kingdom. And by the end of this video, you're going to look at your own cat completely differently. Because most owners miss every single sign until it's already too late to understand what just happened in their own living room. In fact, most cat owners live with these signals playing out for years without ever once realizing what they're actually looking at. Cats don't fall in love the way we imagine it from movies. There's no candlelit dinner, no slow dance, no grand gesture. Instead, a male cat's attraction to a female cat plays out in 5 distinct, almost secretive behaviors. And veterinarians say the vast majority of owners never connect the dots. Some of these signs look like bad behavior, some look like illness, and some just look like your cat being his usual weird self, which is exactly why they slip past unnoticed for years in most households. So let's break down exactly what's happening, because by the time we get to the last one, you're going to think back to something your own cat did last week and go, wait, that's what that meant? Sign 1, the scent obsession. If you've ever noticed your male cat rubbing his face obsessively against a door frame, a piece of furniture, or even a spot on the floor where another cat has been, that's not random. Cats have scent glands on their cheeks, chin, and forehead, and when a male cat detects the pheromones of a female cat nearby, especially one who might be in heat, he becomes almost fixated on scent marking that area. He's not just claiming territory, he's leaving his own signature, basically saying, I was here, I noticed you, and I want you to know I exist. Owners often mistake this for regular affectionate rubbing, but the intensity is different. It's faster, more repetitive, and usually happens near windows, doors, or vents, exactly the places where outdoor scents travel into the house. If your cat suddenly becomes obsessed with one specific corner of a room he's never cared about before, that's the first quiet clue showing up in real time. And most owners walk right past it every single day without noticing anything unusual at all. Sign 2, the change in vocalization. A normally quiet cat can suddenly start yowling, especially at night. This isn't your cat being dramatic for attention. Male cats produce a specific mating call that's deeper, longer, and more insistent than their usual meow, designed to travel far. Because in the wild, a male needs to let females know he's available, sometimes from blocks away. If you've been losing sleep because your cat won't stop crying out at 2 a.m. and nothing about his food, water, or litter box has changed, there's a strong chance a female cat is nearby, in season, and your cat can smell her from a distance you can't even imagine. Sign 3, restlessness A&D escape attempts. This is the one that worries owners the most because it can look like anxiety or even illness. A male cat who suddenly starts pacing by doors and windows, trying to squeeze through gaps or becoming desperate to get outside, isn't necessarily stressed the way you think. He's driven by an intense biological pull toward a female cat he's detected nearby. This instinct is so strong that unneutered male cats have been known to travel remarkably long distances, sometimes leaving home for days, just to reach a female in heat. Vets constantly see cases where owners panic because their cat went missing, only to find out later he was simply following his nose. And this is actually one of the biggest reasons vets recommend neutering, because this restlessness can put your cat directly in danger from traffic, fights with other animals, or getting lost entirely. Some cats have even been found miles from home days later, exhausted and confused, having followed a scent trail they had no ability to resist. Sign 4, aggression toward other male cats. This one often gets mistaken for a personality problem. If your cat, who has always gotten along fine with the neighborhood cats, suddenly starts hissing, posturing, or even fighting with a specific male cat, it's very likely there's a female cat involved that both of them are interested in. Male cats develop rivalry behavior when a female is nearby, and this can escalate quickly. You might notice torn ears, scratches, or your cat coming home looking like he's been in a brawl. This is textbook competition behavior, and it's one of the clearest signals that attraction and instinct are driving the situation, not simple territorial disputes over food or space. Sign 5, the shift in grooming and posture. This is the one almost nobody catches. Watch closely the next time your male cat is near a female he seems interested in. You'll notice he grooms himself more, almost like he's making sure he looks his best. His posture changes too. He'll stand taller, his tail position shifts, and he becomes noticeably more alert and focused, almost performative. This is display behavior. In the animal world, appearance and confidence matter, and your cat instinctively knows it. If you've ever caught your cat sitting a little straighter, watching a female cat intently, almost showing off, that's not a coincidence. That's courtship happening right in front of you, and it's usually the moment owners finally start piecing together everything else they've been seeing all along. Closing. So here's the bigger picture. None of these behaviors are your cat malfunctioning or being difficult. They're deeply rooted survival and reproduction instincts that have existed long before cats were ever domesticated. The scent marking, the yowling, the escape attempts, the rivalry, the subtle display behavior. All 5 of these work together as one complete system designed to help a male cat find, attract, and compete for a mate. What's fascinating is how much of this still shows up even in cats living comfortable indoor lives with plenty of food and attention. The instinct doesn't disappear just because the environment changed. Vets will tell you that understanding these signs isn't just interesting trivia. It actually matters for your cat's safety and well-being, and it can genuinely change how you care for him day to day. A cat who's constantly stressed by unfulfilled mating instincts can show signs of anxiety, decreased appetite, or excessive vocalization that genuinely affects quality of life. This is one of the biggest reasons spaying and neutering gets recommended so strongly. Not because it changes your cat's personality in some negative way, but because it removes this intense biological pressure that most house cats have no real way to act on safely anyway. A neutered male cat tends to be calmer, less likely to roam, less likely to get into fights, and honestly, a lot easier to live with, all while staying just as playful and affectionate as ever. So next time your cat is rubbing his face against the same spot for the 10th time this week, or crying out at odd hours, or suddenly desperate to get out that back door, you'll know exactly what's going on behind those eyes. He's not broken. He's not being dramatic. He's just running one of the